2021 was a whirlwind year of a market for people in Utah as far as the housing market goes. And 2022, according to early numbers, is going to be much of the same. We're going to dive into that, so make sure you stay tuned. But before we get into that, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you can be notified anytime one of our videos drops. I'm sure most of you noticed and probably felt the effects of the 2021 housing market. Whether you owned a home and you saw your equity climbing, or you were in the market trying to buy and sell and you saw how many multiple offer situations there were, or if you're a renter, you even saw rents increase and your monthly payments go up. So Utah in 2021 was in the top 10 as far as price appreciation goes. So we're wondering, what is 2022 going to bring? I'll let you know right now that Realtor.com just released their stats and their predictions, and they are showing that in 2022, the #1 city for growth and price appreciation is Salt Lake City, Utah. And we all know, all of us Utahns that live here know that what happens in Salt Lake City has like a reverberation effect and hits all of us and affects all of us along the Wasatch Front. In this Realtor.com article, they anticipate that more sellers are going to enter the market as buyer competition remains fierce, which will fuel strong growth in home sales and price increases. Realtor.com's predicting that the existing median sales price will appreciate 2.9% and existing home sales will increase by 6.6%. Again, that is the median that they think is going to happen, and Salt Lake City ranks #1 on the list. If we look at Salt Lake City's numbers alone, Realtor.com predicts that the Salt Lake City area will see a 15.2% year-over-year sales growth and an 8.5% year-over-year increase in prices. So I can get it all the time, people telling us every single day, we're going to wait for the market to crash. We're going to wait for the market to crash. Well, if you're happy with your rent prices going up and paying down somebody else's mortgage, building somebody else's equity, then yeah, continue to rent. But if you want to get out of that mousetrap and start living the American dream and building some wealth, some sustainable wealth, then you've really got to look at buying a home, and you've got to look at it doing it at the beginning of the year versus the end, because if you wait till the end of the year, you're looking at 8.5% increase in prices. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather save the money and get into a home sooner. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, I don't know if I can. What do I got to do to get in that position? That's why you call us. Let us help you figure out, #1, if you can buy a home today. And then #2, if you can't buy a home today, what are the baby steps that you've got to take to get yourself in a position to be able to buy a house? Looking at the remaining top 10 on the list, like I said, Salt Lake City's #1, Boise, Idaho comes in 2. Then we've got Spokane, Washington, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, the Greenville area in South Carolina, Seattle, Washington comes in at #7, Worcester, Massachusetts comes in at 8, and Tampa in Florida comes in at #9. One thing I found really interesting is after all these numbers were released, somebody actually asked Governor Spencer Cox, governor of the state of Utah, what he thought about the numbers and how he feels Utah housing market is growing. Cox said, in regards to seeing Salt Lake City at the top of the list, that's actually not a ranking that I'm proud of. That's not a ranking that I'm excited about, because it does put additional pressure on families, which means that people are getting squeezed out. Cox said that more Utahns have been forced to the outskirts of the Wasatch Front in order to afford a home, but even those more affordable prices are going up as well, which means ultimately you will end up with more people experiencing homelessness. Obviously, we don't want that to happen. We feel really bad when we go downtown or when we see people panhandling on the side of the road. We would hate to see that happen. There are some things that we can do, and so if you're a person that you feel like your job just isn't paying enough to be able to allow you to continue paying your rents or keeping up on your mortgage, reach out to us. We have so many contacts, so many people we know that own their own businesses and are looking to hire right now. I mean, our unemployment rate is crazy low at 2.2%. And so if you're looking for a change up of job, we can help you with that as well. In a more positive light, Governor Cox is trying to help this situation as well as he sees prices climb. Cox on Tuesday unveiled his proposed budget for the next year, which includes spending $228 million for housing initiatives. That involves about $100 million for developing affordable housing, which is going to be fantastic, and $128 million to develop deeply affordable housing for the homeless. homeless. So I know again that we're all facing these challenges. However, we're trying to do everything we can to fix it. But really, what's going to be the best thing for you is if you can buy, quit renting, and start building that wealth. It's just going to serve you and your family for generations to come if you can buy real estate and start building that equity. With these dollar figures that Governor Cox released, he's proposing that the budget should translate to about 1,100 new low-income units across the state, which is going to help a ton with the supply and demand issue as well. In Utah, we still have a huge amount of buyers that are wanting to buy homes, very low demand, which is causing the prices to inflate, right? As we look at that appreciation in pricing, it's projected again to happen in 2022. If you want, as one of your New Year's resolutions, to create a goal to buy a house and get into a home, or to upgrade, to sell your existing home and buy a bigger home that's going to suit your family for years to come, reach out to us. We're taking Zoom calls through the month of December and January, focusing on helping our friends and family get the game plan put together and get you into a position to accomplish your real estate goals this coming year. So feel free to reach out to us, call, text, DM, whatever you've got to do to get a hold of us. We'll get you on the calendar and we'll get you started down that path to help you accomplish your real estate goals. Thanks.